Everybody. It's wonderful to see everybody. I always feel better when I see all the faces in the room and on screen. Um, so I felt compelled, I'll use compelled, to share on a particular topic today. And I want to go about it a little different way than how I've gone about a lot of mine. In today, we're going to start, and we're just going to do 1 minute of Satanama. You can chant at home or just repeat it in your head, and I will lead it. And it's meant to just get us more prepared and more focused, quiet the mind. So I'll go ahead and start now. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Cool. Thank you, everybody. And I felt compelled because I was just reading and listening to Eckhart Tolle just over this, actually, the weekend before last, and kind of ignited a curiosity. And what the curiosity was is a thing called, let's see if we get this right, Satchidananda. Is that all backwards for everybody? No, they can see it good. So Satchidananda. And it means truth, consciousness, bliss. There's other ways of translating it, but it's a way of being and a way of thinking, which is truth, sat, consciousness, chit, ananda is bliss or happiness. So a famous author wrote, and I'm trying to remember the name because I didn't put it in my notes, but he had written that how most people experience life is mostly as memory, with this actual moment that is now, that is happening so fast, it's hard to even keep track of. Satchidananda is a way of living which pulls us out of that realm of mainly living inside our own memories, our own concepts, our own prisons that we make for ourselves. So the word sat, this is a Sanskrit word. It means being or existence. It's sometimes translated as truth or reality. I really love that this word ties existence with truth or existence with reality. It shows that my existence is not separated from the existence of everything else, which I think is amazing. Sit or chit means consciousness. Some people translate it actually as spirit, which is a word we're all very familiar with in English. It is our experience of everything that is happening right now. What's interesting is all the people who spoke Sanskrit or Pali or all those languages which many sacred texts are written in, consciousness, when they talk about the part of consciousness that is our senses, they always included a sixth sense, and that sixth sense was thinking and feeling, the experience of the heart mind. So their way of experiencing the world would be smell, touch, taste, sound, seeing, and the thinking feelings that we're going through. So they actually don't separate that personal experience from what in the West we would describe as that objective experience as much as we do. It's more combined. And this word, these two words here pull that together. Ananda means bliss or happiness or joy. That does not mean I'm allowed to be happy all the time. It does mean that I can stop torturing myself and live in a space of that's much nicer than the space I'd normally inhabit if I allowed myself to just live in my history, or which is sadness, or regret I could have with my past, or live in the future, which could be fear and anxiety. Anxiety I've heard described as too much future, and depression I've heard described as too much past. The present is the best place to be. So, I wanted to do, after just talking about that some belly breathing to just give us a good meditation. In belly breathing, if you want, you can put your left hand on your chest, whether you're lying down or seated, and your right hand on the stomach. And when we breathe in, we want to breathe in. What the goal is to not feel our chest move, but to feel our stomach move, and to breathe in fully. After we breathe in fully, just take a second, maybe 2 seconds at the top of the breath after filling your lungs, to just stop and recognize that moment where you're not breathing. And then exhale all your air through your mouth fully. You can even make a noise. You can go. So we're going to do this for a little while and just get us going. So, starting now. You should feel it, your stomach just expanding. Pause at the top. Exhale fully. Inhale fully. Only your stomach should be rising. When you reach the top, hold. Exhale fully. When you're exhaling fully, you should just feel your stomach just going in, like you're tucking your belly in. Let's do one more together. Hold. Now feel free to go at your own pace. Practice belly breathing at your own pace. If you begin to feel dizzy or a little weird in your head and it's uncomfortable, feel free to just follow your breath. And if you want, you can continue belly breathing. As most of us go into just following our breath, we may notice ourselves more living in this moment. Sachidananda. Sachidananda, or the first word, it's three words put together, is Sat, which can mean truth or consciousness. Chit, which means being, and Ananda, which means bliss. Om. Om. Namaste.
Alrighty, and John will send it back to you for a dedication.
Thank you. Try to be really quick because we got Sati Seva, but I did want to say take a second to say Satchitananda is from Hinduism. I always tend to look at all these things as tools. And even when I look at the Hindu way of looking at things, they see things as like the true self and absolute reality. And Buddhism sees it as no self and impermanence. And just going to, from my head, and I don't have time to converse, but I think both of them are ways of looking at the same stuff. I really do. And maybe even on a very, very deep level, say very, very similar things. So with that, we're going to do our dedication of merit, which is Satchitananda stuff again. And I Buddhified it a little already, so we're all good to go. We are of the nature of consciousness. We are made of consciousness and bliss. We are non-dual, pure in form, absolute knowledge, absolute love. We are changeless, devoid of desire or anger. We are detached. We are one essence, unlimitedness, utter consciousness. We are boundless bliss, existence and transcendent bliss. We are Buddha nature that revels in itself. We are Satchitananda that is eternal, enlightened, and pure. Namaste.